All right, welcome back to the Cardinal Country Podcast. This is episode 6, and for this interview, I'm going to be down at Keicher Elementary School, which is grades 3 through 6. I'm going to talk to a few of our awesome students about the Keicher Council, and these two particular students, Lydia Meyer and Spencer Berkepile, are both candidates for the president of the Keicher Council. So this should be pretty awesome, and they're going to be enlightening me on what's going on down here. All right, so first up, and this is, either one of you can feel free to jump in and answer this question. Tell me in just kind of a nutshell, what is the Keicher Council?
It's going to be a group of 5th and 6th graders that are voted in candidates by all of Keicher, and there's 5th grade classroom representatives and vice president, president, secretary, and treasurer.
So you have all the basic, like, kind of traditional, I guess, roles that, you know, that we're pretty familiar with here in America, like those big roles like president, vice president. You say a treasurer?
Yeah.
And a secretary? That's awesome. So, like, what would be some responsibilities of the council? What do they do? Are you going to be working, like, side by side with Principal Piscadna, or?
Yeah, we're going to do, like, fundraisers and committees.
Okay. So, like, some community outreach type stuff, where fundraisers. What would be something like you're raising money for? Any ideas there, or don't know yet?
Don't know yet.
Don't know. So, yeah, probably some good causes that would come your way. And, yeah, I know schools are always looking to generate some extra money for other cool projects and little side gigs that we have going on. So that's awesome. And now for each one of you, let me start with Spencer. And we'll go through, I've got a couple questions for you, and then we'll move on to Lydia. Spencer, why don't you just tell us a little bit about yourself? Give me some background and, tell me also why you're interested in running for president.
Well, when I started thinking about doing president, I looked at it and I said that I could be a good leader for the school because I am a team leader and I play a lot of sports, and it taught me how to be a team partner, and I'm also really good at multitasking.
That's good. So you can balance a lot of stuff. I'd imagine if you get that presidential, if you get the role and end up winning, you're probably going to have a pretty full plate. You're going to be real busy with a lot of stuff, yeah. So what sports have you played?
I played basketball, soccer, football, and that's it.
Okay, that's quite a bit.
And baseball.
Right. So, like, with that, those are all really team sports. So you feel like you're pretty good at, like, working with another group of peers and your kids? Yeah, really cool. So, like, if you were to win the presidency here for the council, what would you hope to accomplish?
I'd like to accomplish, like, every kid should get work done. Like, every kid should not have missing work they have to do.
So individualized attention?
Yes.
Like, so for kids that are struggling, maybe getting work in?
Yeah.
Like, how would it be other students supporting them? Or, like, are you talking about, like, from their teachers? Or
some students could do it, and some teachers could.
Sure, so a combo of both. I think that's a really cool idea where, like, students could maybe take the role or take the lead too in helping out some of their peers that are struggling. Yeah, you might be able to see it from their perspective even better than an adult could, and do some things to kind of mentor them and help them. Yeah, that's a good idea. So, like, what are you doing to campaign? Have you started doing anything to try to round up votes?
I actually just started putting posters around.
Okay.
And next week I'm gonna hand out ring pops.
Oh man, you're bribing people, huh?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. That up at the high school, I've noticed in my 13 years of teaching that sometimes coming in with something like that can really be a strong incentive to get some of your buddies to vote for you.
Yeah.
So cool idea. So are posters allowed anywhere in the school? Can you put them up wherever you want for a campaign like this? All right. Same thing. That's pretty similar to how we run things up at the high school too, where we have student council president. Yeah. So I guess last up for you, Spencer, is, like, what message would you want, like, your fellow students to know about you? Do you have any kind of overarching message, or is there anything else that you just like to share with us about what you got going on?
I like every student to know that someone has their back.
Yeah.
Like, even though they're in a rough thing going on in their life, they should always know that they have someone on their back.
Very cool. So don't feel alone, and
Yeah.
you'd be like to have your administration, I guess you'd say, be supportive to other kids out there. Yeah. Would you allow, or never mind there. Hold on. All right, thanks, Spencer. So Lydia, I'm going to go through and have pretty much the same set of questions for you. Why don't you start out and just like tell us a little bit about yourself? Give us some of your background and why you chose to be a candidate for president.
I chose to be a candidate because I feel like I can make the school better and more like what the students want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw that it was a lot of work, but I feel like I can handle it. And I'm also on quite a few sports teams. I'm in soccer, karate, and archery. And I'm also a pretty good student.
Awesome. So it sounds like you keep pretty busy too. You got a lot of extracurriculars. I'll say, just piggybacking on one of yours, archery. I think that's so cool. I got into archery this past summer and have been loving it. So yeah, very cool. Have you guys, and I forgot to ask you this, Spencer, have you guys always gone to Michigan Center?
In 4th grade I moved.
You moved in?
Year,
Okay.
But came back.
And how about you, Lydia?
I've been at Michigan Center my whole
Oh,
life.
he's been through at Michigan Center? Okay. So it sounds like you have a pretty full slate of things too and are busy with extracurriculars. So like if you were to become president, what would you hope to accomplish? You talked about how you'd kind of want to make, how did you say it, give the students what they, or make the student council work for the students or something like that? I think you said, I'm not quoting you, right?
I would want to ask the students what they want because a lot of times people just see what they think the students want, but I would actually ask them what they want, and I've actually been asking a few students, and one of the things that they would like is shorter lunch lines to make it faster.
That is a bummer. If you don't have a very long lunch period and then, you're spending half of it waiting in line, that could be a bummer for sure.
Then they miss out on recess and sitting and talking with their friends.
Sure.
So I've been thinking of a new system that would allow faster, like the lunch lines to go through faster. And
Really? That's cool. So you're already kind of problem solving and looking ahead to, so lunchrooms are a top priority, or the lunchroom running efficiently is kind of a top priority for you then?
Yeah, and a few of them have mentioned that because at Cardinal Connections, which is where our whole school gets together, right now the seating is by class, but a lot of your friends aren't necessarily in your class, and sometimes you want to sit by them, so I would try to make it so that it's by grade, not class.
Gotcha. So like the whole grade could sit, so like you guys are 6th graders, correct?
Yes.
So like then everybody in the 6th grade would have basically a chunk of the bleachers and could all float around together. All right, cool idea. What have you been doing to campaign?
I've been hanging up signs, and we're both doing a speech next Friday.
That can get kind of nerve-wracking, huh? Yeah, are you guys nervous for when is the speech?
Next Friday.
Next Friday. Is it in front of the whole 6th grade or the whole school?
The whole school.
The whole school. Wow, that is, I'll say to both of you, I'm impressed by that because public speaking can be a terrifying thing. And I'll tell you what, I'm a teacher now and I'm pretty comfortable like getting up in front of groups and even groups of older people, but I was not always that way. It was a scary thing for me. So, and when I was in 6th grade, I don't think, oh man, you couldn't have paid me to do it. So that is super impressive that both of you are, willing to do that and get up and in front of the whole school, all your peers. And
I'm used to it.
Are you? Have you done it quite a bit?
I've done it quite a bit. I've done plays.
There you go. Okay, so you've got some experience with it. I will say, the more you do it, the easier it gets, and practice too. Yeah, kind of think about what you want to say and have it outlined ahead of time. So, awesome. So I guess kind of to wrap up with you, Lydia, what would you want your fellow students or the voters to know about you, and what would be your closing line for like why they should give you their vote?
I just feel like I should have their vote because I would try to make it like the school that they want it to be, and I'll listen to them and try to do the best that I can to get it the way that they want it.
Good deal. I think both of you, I get a really good vibe from both of you. I think now is it the whole school voting or just the 6th grade?
Whole school.
This is the whole school. Well, I think the school's got 2 really good candidates up for president this year. So whichever one of you ends up winning out, I'm pretty sure you'll both end up being successful students here, but you should have a good run as president for the year, either one of you. Yeah, nice job. Thanks for talking with me today. This has been a lot of fun, and you've really enlightened me on like what's going on here at Keicher, because being up at the high school, I don't get to the other buildings a whole lot, so this was a lot of fun for me to be able to come down here and interview you two today. Any closing thoughts or anything? Wrapping up? All right. Well, I wish you both the best of luck, and pretty soon after the election is done, I'll probably be back down to talk to the whole council of everybody that gets elected. All right? All right, take care, guys. Closing comments to everybody else out there. I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as I enjoyed interviewing these two. We will have another episode coming up next week that ties into some band activities up at the high school. And just a reminder to everybody, the podcasts are being posted on the school website under the community tab, on YouTube, and now on SoundCloud. So on YouTube or SoundCloud, you just go in and Google Cardinal Country Podcast, and it should pop right up for you. Take care.